My name's HARVEY ORRISS, boxer for Guildford City ABC. Been boxing since I was about 7 years old, always been in the gyms. I haven't had a lot of boxing experience, but I've been in the gyms for a long time, so yeah.
Cool. So what, okay, so let's just take it back a little bit. What was your earliest memory of boxing and made you like want to actually get into it?
It was my dad. My dad's been a fighter for a long time. Numerous kickboxing titles, boxing titles, so he really opened my eyes up to it and just fell in love with it since.
Did you actually watch your dad fight?
Yeah, I've seen a few of his fights, yeah.
Yeah, what was that like?
Yeah, it was good, it was really good.
It must have been quite kind of nervous and exciting at the same time, just watching your dad, because it's...
Yeah,
you know,
it was definitely inspiring, but yeah, it was good.
Yeah, and then your dad basically kind of got you to start taking you down the gyms with him, was that
he first took me down a gym in Chertsey, I think it was, and just from there just fell in love with the sport.
Yeah, and what age were you?
7.
7.
Yeah, already in the gyms, yeah.
So from 7, what kind of like made you that you actually thought you want to stick with it? You know, was there something inside you that was just like, you know, this is for me, this is...
Definitely, there's always been something inside that I've always wanted to... Oh, from the moment I first stepped in the gym, I knew this is for me.
Yeah.
This was definitely for me.
And your dad was obviously encouraging you, and probably watching your dad, it was just me like extra.
Yeah. He's been bringing me up slowly though. He didn't want me to go in all of these like have like 30 bouts at the age of 16. Otherwise I wouldn't be in love with it. So he's held me back and he's brought me through the levels nice and slowly. So I'm 16 now, so I'm in love with it now. You know what I mean? There's no distractions, partying, drinking, girls. I'm all just focused on my boxing.
What age did you have your first amateur fight?
11.
11.
Yeah.
So after you, or even before that, what was kind of your emotions before having your first fight?
Obviously, the first fight is always a bit nerve-wracking, but as soon as the first punch flies, it's all good.
Yeah.
You just...
Can you remember it?
I can remember it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can remember it. Yeah.
And did you win?
Didn't get the decision on that one. No, didn't get the decision. But after that, just winning streak.
But you still like enjoyed the experience of like kind of getting out there and after that. So what's been your toughest fight out of your kind of short career at the moment so far?
My toughest fight was probably Southern Counties. The Southern Counties was a good fight. That was a good test for me.
Yeah.
So got the job done. Getting tricky southpaw. Yeah, managed to get the win.
Yeah. So your aspirations to eventually go pro, I'm assuming?
Go all the way, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously you watch probably a lot of the TV shows and things like that. Do you have like any boxers that you kind of look at and think, kind of like aspire to be?
Yeah, the boxers I probably admire the most, it's got to be Canelo Alvarez at the minute.
Yeah.
He's definitely up there in my top 10. So yeah, one day I hopefully aspire to be like him.
Yeah, and I know you're only 16, but do you kind of are you quite forward thinking, as in, right, you know, I want to like probably turn pro at like say this age, I want to kind of have my pro career, be out of boxing by this
100%,
age?
I've definitely got a game plan.
Yeah.
100%. I know what I want to do. I know where I want to go. I know the level I want to box at.
And outside of boxing, are you also preparing? I know you're again only 16, but like I always speak to a lot of boxers and kind of think, like, you know, just in case something happens and boxing doesn't work out, do you have like a backup plan of maybe what you want to do?
Plan B.
Yeah.
Plan A. Plan C is plan A.
Fair enough. Well, hopefully it works, and obviously you know, eventually make some money out of it. I mean, again, you're only 16, so what age are you kind of thinking about potentially turning pro?
Seeing how the rest of my amateur career goes, hopefully turn pro around 20.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. Get more experience and turn pro about 20.
And would you like to do something like fight in Olympics or Commonwealth Games?
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Team GB is definitely the end alternative before I turn pro.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. And when you do turn pro, I mean, obviously it's about managers and trainers and promoters kind of thing. Obviously you got your dad to kind of guide you. That must be some comfort that you've got someone that already knows the game.
He already knows the game. He knows when the timing of it, really. You know what I mean? Like I said, he could bring me up really, really slowly through the levels. That's why when we do get to that stage, we know, okay, we know what we're doing, when we're building experience, who we're fighting.
Yeah.
Just doing it nice and smart, you know what I mean?
No, absolutely. So when's your next fight?
I'll be next week in the semi-finals.
Semi-finals, yes, of course. That's up north, isn't it? Yes, I remember Ben was saying. How do you feel about that?
Very confident.
Yeah?
Very confident, yeah.
And get to a final, that's going to be awesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
You don't want to go all the way out there and kind of like, you know.
Behind closed doors though, but that just means you can hear the corner so much better.
Yeah. It's just one question I was going to say actually. Fighting in front of like a crowd. Do you kind of hear like your friends and family, or do you block it out?
Hear the corner.
Really?
I don't hear anything else. No. Just when you're zoned in.
Yeah.
You can hear it's just.
That's good.
The guardian angels, really.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's good, good. Well, thanks for giving us a bit of your time. Obviously, you're going to be on social media?
100%.
Yeah, shout your social media out for us.
At HARVEY ORRISS.
Yep.
At HARVEY ORRISS. On Instagram.
Fantastic. And obviously, we've got one of your fights on our YouTube channel. Hopefully, we'll film a few more and you know, we'll follow your career and yeah, go from there.
100%.
Nice one.
Thank you very much.